All right, today we're going to talk about something you probably think you've already mastered, the plank. But what if I told you that just holding a plank is only the beginning? We're about to dive into a stability challenge that's going to show you what a truly strong, functional core feels like. This right here is where the real work begins.
So, let me ask you a question and be honest. Do you really master the plank? It seems so simple, right? But the answer could be the key to unlocking a whole new level of core strength, the kind of strength that helps you with everything from lifting groceries safely to just sitting with better posture. Let's dig in and find out together.
First up, the move we all know and love, or maybe love to hate, the standard plank. But let's reframe this for a second. This is not just a beginner exercise, it's the foundation. Think of it like the blueprint for teaching your body how to stay stable. Everything else we're going to talk about today is built on getting this right. Okay, getting this foundation right is absolutely crucial. Whether you're on your elbows or your palms, the most important thing is that straight line from your head all the way down to your heels. There should be absolutely no dipping in your lower back or piking your hips up to the ceiling. Extend your legs, get up on your toes, and really feel that solid line of tension.
And just look at everything that's happening inside your body here. It is so much more than just your abs. You're engaging those deep, deep core muscles, your back, your shoulders, and yep, even your legs. It's a total full body effort. So the biggest pro tips to remember are: keep that back flat, keep your neck neutral by looking down at the floor, and whatever you do, do not hold your breath. Steady breathing is part of the challenge.
You know, this quote really gets to the heart of it. The plank isn't just about building strength, it's about teaching your body how to be stable when it's under pressure. It's about learning to brace your entire torso. Once you've really mastered that feeling of total body stability, well, then you're ready to move on.
So, let's talk about the side plank. If the standard plank is about creating that solid foundation, this variation is all about challenging your balance. We're about to add a whole new dynamic to the mix by focusing on your lateral strength. That's your side-to-side stability.
So why is this one so much harder? Well, it all comes down to how you're distributing your weight. Instead of 4 points of contact, you're now balancing on just 2. You're concentrating the entire load onto one side of your body, and that forces a completely different set of muscles to fire up and stop you from toppling over. The setup here is key. Your supporting elbow has to be directly under your shoulder. From there, you're going to lift your hips high, creating a straight diagonal line from your feet to your head. And if you want a real balance challenge, stack those feet one right on top of the other. Can you feel that engagement? This move is an absolute game changer for your obliques, those muscles along your waist. But here's the really cool part. Because you're working one side at a time, it's an amazing tool for fixing muscle imbalances. I mean, think about it. We all tend to carry bags on one shoulder or lean to one side, right? If you feel like one side of your body is weaker, this exercise is for you. All right, you've built your foundation and you've challenged your balance. Now it's time to introduce a new element, power. The plank with a leg lift is all about maintaining that core stability while your body is actually in motion. This is where core strength becomes truly functional. So here's the trick. The moment you lift one leg off the ground, you remove a point of contact. Your body's natural tendency is to rotate or dip your hips to make it easier. The entire challenge is to use your core strength to fight that rotation and keep your hips perfectly square to the floor. This is called anti-rotation, and it's key to protecting your spine in sports and in daily life. The execution sounds simple, but trust me, it demands incredible focus. Get into that perfect standard plank form we just talked about. Then, slowly, and I mean slowly, lift one leg straight up, squeezing your glute. The key is to lift only as high as you can without letting your hips twist or your lower back arch. Then, lower it with control and switch sides. And the payoff for this one is huge. Not only are you strengthening your glutes with every single lift, but you're also developing dynamic balance. That's the ability to stay stable while moving. It's what helps you stay upright if you trip or transfer power when you run. And because your deep core has to work so hard to prevent that hip rotation, it's fantastic for tightening those hard-to-reach lower abs. So, we've covered the foundation, we've covered balance, and we've covered power. We've basically built a toolkit. Now it's time for you to look at these options and consciously choose your challenge based on your own goals. Okay, so let's break it down one last time. Which plank is right for you? Well, if you're focused on pure foundational stability that supports your spine all day long, you gotta master the standard plank. If you need to work on your balance and correct those everyday imbalances, the side plank is your best friend. And if you're looking for dynamic control that translates to sports and powerful movement, the leg lift is the way to go. See? These aren't just random exercises. They're specific tools for specific goals.
And that's really the key takeaway here. Real strength isn't about holding one pose forever. It's built by consistently challenging yourself and moving on to the next level. So the real question is, what's your next stability challenge? If you're up for it, watch this explainer all the way to the end. And hey, if you learned something new today, don't forget to subscribe, turn on those notifications, hit that like button, and leave your comment below.